Hi Capricorn, welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to delve further into the relationship with this new soulmate that you have coming with by looking at another spread. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Capricorn, overall energy for this week's reading is the Nine of Pentacles card. This is my Bachelor or Bachelorette card. It is also talking about, independence, like standing in your power, just basically creating monetary stability for yourself. Okay. All right. Underneath this is the Eight of Swords. Okay. So it can talk about being stuck in your head. It's a self-imposed prison. You're doing it to yourself. You have to monitor the things that you're thinking and start to think in a way that, you would rather, what you would rather live. So if you want a better love relationship, you got to start to tell yourself what you're wanting to experience rather than the old stories. Okay. Underneath this is the Four of Swords. This can talk about, needing to rest. It can also be like the mini hermit card, like you taking stock of what has happened in the past so that you can take the lesson and, cast everything else aside and move forward. Then we have the Devil card showing up here. This is Capricorn energy, your energy. It can speak of obsession. It can also talk about codependency. It can also talk about, you just having you and this new person being in a passionate relationship with each other. Okay. And then we've got the Ace of Cups showing up here. So this is talking about a brand new romance, a rekindled romance for those of you who, if you're wanting to entertain the twin or somebody from the past, this can, that's what this can talk about. But the rekindling can also speak of the fact that this soulmate is a past life connection. Okay. All right. And then with the Hierophant, Taurus energy, this is talking about a higher level of commitment, like marriage or, just being in a deeply committed relationship. Okay. It is your wish fulfillment. It is what you've been wishing for with the star Aquarius energy. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, so for you, this is about compromise, about you learning how to compromise, how to be a team with a team with your person. Okay, then we've got the playing games card. This is like the Five of Swords for me. It says they've got game, but is it real? Keep your eyes open and don't fall for surface level charm. So what Spirit is telling you is that you've already had a preview of what people can do with this twin, right? So you may have other people coming towards you besides this soulmate. Okay, I need to put this out here because there are people that have been going out here and the first person they see, they're getting into something with them or entertaining them and then getting upset and assuming that, they're being told lies here because, they're entertaining somebody that they chose. Okay. But this person, that's coming in, you're going to know that it's them. Okay. Your intuition is going to tell you, spirit is going to make sure that they let you know, because everybody in the comments, if you go in the comments, the people who have met their person, they knew who it was. Okay. It wasn't a situation to where they were, fooled by anybody or anything like that. So you have to be discerning. You can't just listen to what's, a tarot card reading and then go out and think that the very first person that shows up in your life is that's just going to be them, because you don't know. Spirit could be trying to test you. They could be sending you people. They could even use your soulmate. I tell y'all this all the time. They could even use your soulmate to test you to see if you've learned certain things, if you're going to take bullshit off of anybody. So you got to think about that. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person, there's a lot of karma they're dealing with and a lot of lessons that they're learning. And then look, we got the lusting card. This is about them lusting after you. Forbidden, it says, sexual energy. Okay. This person has a lot of, it's not just lust. They love you as well. Okay. All right. So this first card here, the first placement is talking about this person's, hold on. talking about this person's love for you. I mean, excuse me, your love for this person. I'm sorry. We've got the Page of Pentacles showing up. This actually fell out of the deck when I was shuffling it before I turned on the camera. So the Page of Pentacles is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is talking about a love offer. All right. And it's for something long-term, stable, and committed. So you want this person to come into your life and commit to you. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, some of you are wanting to start a family with this person or to blend families together if you already have a family. Then we've got platonic passion. It says you didn't see it coming, but your heart is waking up to something deeper. The line between friend and lover is starting to get blurry. Somebody's name could be Flynn, because that's what I just said. Instead of friend, I said Flynn. Okay, so you and this person, I feel like, are going to start off as friends, and then it's going to slowly evolve into something deeper. Okay. All right. So when we have the card for your person, this is how your person, their love for you is being represented. We've got the Queen of Swords showing up here. This is an air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is someone who's been through it. Okay. They've been through a lot. They may be divorced. They could be widowed. They have gone through a lot of stuff. And because of that, some of those feelings and the pain and the hurt that they've gone through may be a bit suppressed. Okay. They may be suppressing it, but I feel like they're digging it out. They're trying to get rid of what they can. And the sword is down. So I feel like that is talking about them realizing that they're about to step into another connection and that they can't come in this energy. So I feel like they're doing what they can to get out of it. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, they have inner childhood wounding that they're working on. Okay. And then we've got the fantasy card. This person fantasizes about you all the time. You see, it says daydreaming, imagining. Yeah. Fantasizing. They're fantasizing about you on a regular basis. Okay. The next placement we're going to look at represents how your past will affect this relationship. Okay. So we got 3 cards that fell. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay. The Knight of Pentacles, earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the 9 of Wands. So you've been hurt a lot in the past. So has your person, but this is talking about you. Okay. So Spirit is telling you to keep going, keep moving through this 9 of Wands, because you're almost at the 10, and the 10 is completion. Okay. Then we've got the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles showing up. So you are slowly moving towards this person, okay, for a long-term, stable, and committed relationship. Like I said, it's going to be a very passionate relationship because we've got the Ace of Wands here. There's a new spark. I feel like, all of this hurt, the time period or the time frame that you've gone through, all this hurt is passing, and this is what you're moving towards, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, so we've got the holding you back card. It says you're dimming your light to keep the peace. Love should never require self-abandonment. I feel like that's what you've done in the past. You abandon yourself to try and be in connections with other people, not realize. I don't think you realized that that's what you were doing, but this is how it was playing out. And I feel like, you are realizing that now, and you're no longer abandoning yourself. Okay. Then we have no strings attached. It says it starts with no strings, but even the most casual ties can tangle fast when the boundaries get blurred. Okay. You might have tattoos. Your person could have tattoos, because a lot of these dudes in these cards have tattoos. So your person could be tatted up. Okay. Then we have the action card showing up here. So I feel like this is Spirit just saying, take action to move through the things you need to move through. Okay. This is about your preparation. All right. And I feel like at times it can be daunting. It can be overwhelming. Okay. You may not want to do it, but like I said, you are coming into, a point in your life where you're about to hit the jackpot, where anything you ask for, you can have it. You may not be able to say when it shows up, but you can get whatever it is you want as a reward from you walking away from this other person. So, just be clear about what it is you want. Start to talk about the things that you want and stop focusing on what has happened to you in the past. Okay. The only time you should be focusing on the things that happened to you in the past is when you're healing to move on from them. Okay. All right. So the next placement we're going to look at represents how the past, your person's past affects this, is going to affect this current relationship that you're going to be in, or the future relationship you're going to be in. We got the Queen of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Seven of Cups. And we have the King of Swords, air sign, or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. So I just feel like these relationships, these past relationships that your person was in, taught them how to make the choice that they've already made for you. Okay, because usually in the Seven of Cups, there's like a whole bunch of cups, and the person is looking at them. They're not holding one. But in this card, in this deck, is interesting because there's this big ass cup here that reminds me of the Ace of Cups, and your person has their cup. So I feel like they've chosen you and they're wanting to give you their cup of love. Okay. And you know, with the Queen of Wands, this is about them stepping back into their confidence. Okay. And stepping back into their independent energy. All right. Okay. Let's clarify. Yeah. So your person's, you know, learning how to read between the lines. Okay. And navigate through this connection carefully. Okay. Then we've got the exhaustion card. It says depletion, drain, the long journey. This has been a long journey, I feel like, for both of you. And your person, you know, this reminds me of the Nine of Wands, just like that was on your side. You know, this person is exhausted, but they're not going to give up. They're going to keep going until they get to, you know, the two of you meeting. Okay. All right. So the next placement we're going to look at represents how you and this person are going to be together in the, you know, when you first come together, how it's going to be. The connection is going to be. Ooh. Okay. Too many cards, Spirit. Okay. Page of Cups, water sign, or someone with a lot of water in their chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Pisces. Six of Swords, Two of Wands, the Hangman, Pisces again, and then the Two of Pentacles here. Okay. So Spirit is saying that there's going to be a crossroads. You're going to be at a crossroads and you're going to have to make a choice here. Okay. This is going to be an end with the Two of Pentacles to juggling. Nobody, you're not going to be in a relationship with anybody anymore that juggles you. We got the Page of Cups showing up here. There will be love offers on both sides. I feel like for some of you, it's just a small amount of you. It's not going to apply to everyone, but your soulmate, for some of you, owes you an apology. They did some shit. I don't know what they did, but they did something, and they're going to have to come and make amends before the two of you end up together. Okay. Then we've got the Six of Swords. Here it's about you moving forward and letting go of things that no longer serve you with the Hangman. So let's go ahead and clarify. Okay. See, the third party. It's third party stuff. It's about, you know, having to make a decision. You having to choose this soulmate if that's who you're wanting to be with. When it comes to your person, we've got the special occasion card showing up here. So they may show up on a special occasion. It could be your birthday, it could be Christmas, could be the New Year, because I see the champagne here. It's going to be different for all of you. That's why I'm getting that card with all those different things on there. Okay. This card keeps coming up. Once a cheater. Okay. So some of y'all, you know, have had people, you know, do all kinds of crazy shit, and cheating is one of them. Okay. So this is Spirit saying history has a habit of repeating itself when accountability is missing. Cheating isn't just a mistake. It's a pattern until it's healed. Okay. For the majority of you, I feel like this is talking about the other person, but for some of you, it could be, card could have something to do with y'all. Okay. Take it as it resonates. All right. But this card is talking about if this is something that you've been, you know, a part of in the past, it will behoove you to get this together if you're wanting to be in a monogamous relationship with your person. If this is not you, then don't take the message, because it's not for everybody, okay? Just because I say something here in these readings, it doesn't always apply to you, okay? And so when y'all come in the comments, I'm looking at the comments like, why are you telling me this? Because we know that this is not a private reading. It's not a personal reading. So if it's not a personal reading, there are going to be things in it that don't resonate with you, okay? Because it's for somebody out there. Somebody needs to hear it. That's why it's being said, okay? So when it comes to your person, we've got the life partner card showing up here. Like I said, this person is coming in and wanting to go all in with you, okay? They're going above and beyond, all right? They're ready to take off the mask, all right? They're tired of pretending, okay? And they're just ready to be themselves, and they want you to relax and be yourself as well. Okay, next question. How is your love life going to be in the future? Okay, we've got 3 cards here. The Empress, Taurus, Libra energy, 3 of Swords here, and the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is saying, you know, it's going to be an end of the heartbreak, breakup, separation with the 3 of Swords. Okay, it's going to be the end of betrayal, all right, of being stabbed in the back. And it's going to be about you and this person coming together and, you know, compromising, having teamwork, you know, building the type of relationship you want, and both of you standing in your power, knowing your worth, and opening yourself up emotionally with the Empress card. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. You're stepping into a period of understanding. Okay. I feel like understanding yourself more, understanding life more, understanding your person more. When it comes to your person, we've got the moving card. So they may have to relocate, or one or the both of you may have to relocate in order to be together. And then, like I said, you're going to be stepping into a phase where you're able to start a family or combine families. Okay. It's about fertility, parenthood, pregnancy for some of you. Or this, you know, fertility could be about you, like I said, building a business, starting a business together. Then we've got the feeling trapped card. It says feeling trapped isn't part of the love deal. If there's no key in sight, it might be time to break free. This could, I feel like this was y'all in the past, feeling trapped in relationships where you felt like you were misunderstood. Okay. Where there was no communication. You didn't know where the other person stood. You know, you were telling them, being open and honest about your feelings, and they were picking and choosing, being very selective about what they wanted to let you know. And this is about you breaking free of all of that shit with this new person. Okay. All right. So the next card, or the next placement, is talking about outside challenges, how to overcome outside challenges. Okay. That may pop up. So we've got King of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, the Magician. Okay, Aries energy. We have the 9 of Swords. So Spirit is telling you to stop worrying. Everything is not something to be blown out of proportion. Okay, let things come to fruition first and then have your reaction. Okay, because a lot of times this card brings out shit that wouldn't ordinarily show up if you weren't sitting in this energy. Okay. Then we've got the Magician and the King of Wands. Spirit is telling you to know that how you experience life and the things that happen in your life, 99% of it has to do with the way you think, what you believe. And with the King of Wands, it's about you putting yourself in the proper energy to experience what it is you want to experience. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, we got... yeah, balancing the scales with, this is like the Justice card, Libra energy. Okay, and when it comes on your person's side, they have to walk away from things that no longer serve them. Yeah. We got the running card for them. So they could be running away from, you know, ghosting, disappearing, being made to feel invisible by, you know, their past partners. And then for you, we have the false connection card. It says The bond may be karmic, temporary, or just meant to teach. Either way, it's not what it appeared to be. Okay, so we're talking about your past connection with this other person, right? Spirit is telling you, you know, this person was just in your life as a lesson. You weren't necessarily, everybody that comes into union with their twin flame is not meant to stay with their twin flame. A lot of it is just this person coming in to teach you certain things, for you to learn certain things about yourself and about life, and for you to move forward. Okay. All right. So the last placement is the card. This card is going to represent how you can strengthen your weaknesses as a couple. Hold on. Okay. So we have the Lovers, Gemini energy, the Sun. Oh, that's beautiful. Leo energy, and then the Three of Cups. So Spirit is telling you, choose your person every day. Focus on your happiness and, you know, celebrate the positives. Focus on the positive. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. On your side, we've got reinvention. Spirit is, you know, this is about you reinventing yourself and becoming the best Capricorn that you can be. Okay. Ooh. Okay, you got a lot of stuff that fell. Okay, you know the twin had to show up, right? So we're just going to put that card over there. It says sharing space. It says whether it's moving in or feeling like home in each other's presence, you're aligning on a domestic level, okay? Then we've got someone new. It's about you meeting the soulmate. Someone unexpected could soon shift your perspective on love. You're not done discovering what your heart is capable of. So it's not over, is what Spirit is saying. Then we've got faded feelings. Or fading feelings. This is about the twin. Okay. It says when feelings start fading, what's left, reflect on what you're holding on to. Is it the past or potential? All right. So that's these two cards. Then we've got miles apart. It says even though you're physically apart, you're deeply emotionally entangled. Long distance love is never easy, but it's not impossible. Okay. So for some of you, you may be in a long distance relationship before the two of you come together. This person is tired of hiding the truth, your soulmate. Okay, they're ready to come forward and tell you how they feel. Then we've got escaping. It says avoiding, blocking, pushing away. I feel like your person is, again, walking away from the things that no longer serve them. I feel like this person, whoever it was they were in a relationship with, keeps trying to come back and draw your person back in. And they're like, no, I'm done. I've had enough. Okay. All right. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. See what else they want to tell you about the reading. Okay, so we have Harbor of Peace. It says find serene refuge in the peaceful embrace of a gentle harbor, allowing tranquility to still your waters. So I feel like this new person, this soulmate, is going to be a peaceful person in your life. They're going to create that safe space I talk about all the time, for you to just relax, let your hair down, and truly and totally be yourself. Okay. Then we've got eclipse of concealment. It says navigate through the eclipse of concealment, understanding the cyclical nature of hidden phases and awaiting revelation. So this is just about, you know, things coming to light when it's time for it to come to light, is what I feel like Spirit is saying. That you know, there will be truths that will be unfolding for you. Okay. Because like, it's like your person has answers to questions that you may have, and you have answers to questions that they may have, because you and this person are like puzzle pieces fitting together. Okay. Then we have fantasy land. It says, make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. This is why you got to have this talk with this person in the beginning. Okay. To let them know this is what I require in a relationship, and for them to let you know as well, so that the two of you are loving each other the way you're wanting to be loved, because that's what this is about both of you getting your needs met. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and get some messages from your person, see what they want to tell you. Okay. So we have surprise. Okay. It says, I am planning to surprise you soon with a gift from the heart. Get ready to receive something special soon that expresses how I feel about you. The gift could come in any form in the physical or spiritual realms, and it brings us closer. The romantic gesture, 3D communication or telepathic communication, is on its way to you. Okay, so you will be hearing from your person in some form or fashion soon. Okay, all right. Let's get some more messages. Okay, so we have, I keep dreaming about us together. You're the first person I think about when I open my eyes. I'm keeping tabs on you. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. Let's get these. Switch them up. I find your inner wisdom really attractive. There's only you in my mind and in my heart. Then we have, when you touch me, I feel butterflies in my stomach. I can't help mentioning you to my close friends or family members. So this person talks about you. They not only think and dream about you, but they talk about you to their inner circle. Okay, I'm looking for these other cards. Where did they go? I don't know what I did with that other deck. Okay, so we're going to get some Lover's Oracle cards before you go. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell you. Okay, so this is the first card. It says, don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Okay, then we have this one. And it says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims. It simply allows and gives. So like I told you, this is not about going into a connection and being, smothering each other, right? Or being codependent. This is about both of you being independent, sovereign beings, and you're coming together, creating an interdependent relationship, but you're still, at the end of the day, independent people who can take care of yourself. That's why Spirit wants to make sure that you're good, you're stabilized in every area of your life. So you're in this relationship because you truly want to be with this person and for no other reason. Okay. And the same thing for them. That's why you getting a boss. That's why you getting a CEO. That's why you getting an entrepreneur, that has a lot of businesses. That's why you getting these types of people, because these are people who are independent, okay, in and of themselves. And they don't need to be in a relationship. They're choosing to be. And that's what Spirit is saying. This is about you choosing, Capricorn, to be in this connection with this person and choosing this person every day. Because that's what you got to do when you wake up every morning. You got to choose this person and choose this relationship and make the effort if you're wanting it to work. Okay. All right, Capricorn, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week. And I will talk to you soon. Bye, Capricorn.